happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see Washington going up against Memphis. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Things are going their way, but they're still trying to escape the bottom half of the league.
Checking out Memphis, they've gotten off to a sluggish start, still trying to figure out how all the pieces fit together and get things running smoothly.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Filipowski out there with Green. Then it's Henderson, then it's Williams, and it's Castle in at the 2. And for Washington, we've got Green. Royce O'Neal is out there with Al Horford. Then it's Darius Garland, and it's Edwards in at the 3. And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant, how aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that.
And Williams punches it home.
Henderson had great vision when he came into the league, and he's continued to build on that.
Outside, Green. Outside, Edwards. Pass to Garland. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Filipowski. And it's Henderson with the ball for Memphis. Here's Castle. Green covering. Here's Castle. He's averaging about 15 points per game. He's been a solid contributor. Here's Green. Outside Garland. Horford, a screen on Henderson. Garland for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Garland is an effective shooter, capable of shooting 40% on threes for an entire season.
Henderson, the pass to Filipowski. Green against Edwards. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Castle. Shot clock at 6. Williams, a screen on Green. And the basket by Castle.
And how's that for a response? Castle coming back with the revenge 3.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
All right, let's kick it over to Allie, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brian Keefe.
I asked him what their biggest challenge would be defensively, and his quick answer was Scoot Henderson. He said Henderson's as explosive as they come. We can't let him get out on the break and control the pace. Their hope is to force Henderson to operate in the half-court offense, but Scoot may have other ideas, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And it's Washington with the ball. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Rebounded by Green.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Williams. Here's Filipowski. Here's Castle. Green covering. Here's Castle. 5 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. It's rebounded by Washington.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
And these free throws are killers, especially when you consider how many they miss. Hopefully, they stay late to practice after that one.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
He misses the free throw.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Adams checked in for O'Neal. Achua's checked in for Memphis. And he sinks the second. And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And so Garland will bring it up for Washington. They trail by 1. Pass to Horford. Here's Edwards. Yes, great play by Horford to set him up. Edwards has got 5 points.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Timeout call, Memphis.
It's time for Dance Cam. If you see yourself on the screen, then you know what to do.
Looking at the 2K leaderboard, these teams have been outstanding at creating offense through their defense. Washington, number 1.
And when you turn it over against these guys, they make you pay for it. They lead the league in points off turnovers.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Henderson with it. 9 points in his last outing. Pass to Castle. Takes the 3. Adams grabs the miss. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Garland. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Slithery inside. Garland has that short area quickness.
Here's Castle. Henderson outside. Pass to Green.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Fires for 3. Castle misses.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Garland. And it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. Green with the ball. Now Horford defending.
The veteran defensive instincts of Horford. He knew that shot was coming and gets there for the block.
And we have to take another look at that block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And Washington making a change here. Smart's checked in. Memphis making a switch here. .141 left in the first quarter here.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Outside Edwards. Up again. It's good on the putback. Edwards has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Big-time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. Henderson, the pass to Achua, to the wing on the left. Henderson left side. They still need this. It's rebounded by Washington. Horford's got 4 rebounds now. Smart passes to Garland. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Garland's got 7 points.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Shots good by Henderson.
Yeah, love seeing the young guard Henderson take charge like this, making things happen on the drive.
Out to Garland. The 3 is up. Christie with a rebound. Memphis trails by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Achua. And he lobs it up. Achua with the dunk.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. For Washington, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Now Edwards. To the paint. Achua with a steal. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Washington. They're up by 3. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Washington leading by 3 on the court for Memphis. We've got Achua. He's out there with Filipowski. And it's Christie in at the 3. Achua with the rebound. Well, Memphis shooting only 36% so far in this game. Here's Christie, defended by Smart. Filipowski, the pass to Pickett. Clock at 6. Over Moody. Pickett can't hit. And for Washington, they're shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Here's Green. Memphis with a rebound.
And in the last meeting, they definitely had the upper hand at the charity stripe.
And one thing's for sure, when Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look. He's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention, and then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
Now here's Green. He's scoreless. Adams with a screen on Robinson. Green for 3. Oh, Green from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Timeout call, Memphis. So for Washington, Jordan's checked in for Adams, and it's O'Neal in for Toscano Anderson. Hendricks is checked in for Memphis. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Christie passes to Filipowski. 4-3. O'Neal pulls it in.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Smart. Memphis with a rebound.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Well, when it's all said and done, their offense just wasn't enough. They needed more on that end.
Here's Hendricks. Still no points. Robinson for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Well, for his career, Duncan Robinson is about a 40% three-point shooter. So he's got a permanent green light.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Green. Oh, Green wanted those 2.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
Pass to Achua. Outside Robinson. 3-pointer. Smart grabs the miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Achua with a rebound. For Memphis, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Robinson passes to Christie. Here's Hendricks. Outside Robinson. The 3 is up. No good. That's his 3rd miss out of 5 attempts. Washington shooting at about 44% so far. Screen by O'Neal. Green, the pass to Smart. 5 to shoot. That 3's off the mark. Well, Memphis shooting 35% so far in this one. Pass to Robinson. Here's Hendricks from behind the arc. And it's Jordan with the rebound. And here is Green. 5 points in the game. off with the layup. Well, Memphis shooting around 29% in quarter number 2.
First half, 2 minutes.
Robinson can't hit. And Washington with possession. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Moody misses.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Christie. Green covering. Out left to the wing. Here's Hendricks. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Outside, Green. This one for 3. Achua with a rebound. Achua's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hendricks. And he hits it to tie the game. And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Washington, Horford, he's checked in for Jordan. Anthony Edwards comes in for Moody. And Darius Garland subbed in for Smart. And a new group getting ready for Memphis. Williams is checked in for Achua. Green comes in for Hendricks. Castle's checked in for Christie. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Robinson. Edwards against Green. Screen by O'Neal. And here's Edwards outside. Washington again can't hit. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 51 seconds left in the first half. And Williams punches it home.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
Henderson against Garland. Horford, a screen on Henderson. Garland finds Green. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 7. Rebounded by Green. Memphis shooting 36% for the game. Not great. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Henderson for 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Here's Garland. And he banks in the layup. Garland's got 9 points.
When you talk about players with great ball skills, Garland comes up early in the discussion.
Castle for 3. Counted from distance. And Memphis leads by 3. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Memphis ahead, up by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
The young guys are playing well, but it's a long season. There's something called the rookie wall.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which players hit that wall and which ones knock it over. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Hey, nice game. Great performance by Darius Garland.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Now here's Edwards. We've got Al Horford. Royce O'Neal is out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Green, and it's Garland in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. Now here's Henderson. Pass to Castle. Over Green. No good off the glass. Washington trails by 3, and they're on the run. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenged coach with any real authority.
Here's Castle. Give him 8 points now. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And what strength by Castle. A tough-nosed guard who knows how to score through contact.
Memphis shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Line for 1.
You know, guys, this is an exciting young player. Stephon Castle does a little bit of everything. He hustles, plays defense, got a national championship in college, so he is a winner, too.
Now here's Edwards. He has 7. Over Green. Second chance effort. Memphis with a rebound.
Not a great start to this second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Here's the pick. Castle for 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Edwards driving, and the shot goes down. Edwards has got 9 points.
What a ferocious drive by Edwards, fending off the defense.
Timeout call, Memphis. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And so it's Memphis with it. They lead by 1. Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Your Castle has been outstanding here, giving the defense more than they can handle.
The 3rd pick in 2023. Henderson anointed as a franchise piece, but he took his lumps in year 1, Stan.
Well, Brian, look, the hardest position to play in the NBA is as a point guard. And so this guy has the athleticism and the skill, but there's so much to learn in terms of decision-making. This guy's going to be a very good player.
Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
Edwards for 3. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And what a night he's having on the glass, putting in the work to help his team close out possession.
Now here's Garland. He's got 12. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Green. And here's Edwards. Launches it. 6 on the shot clock. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Green against Edwards. Williams a screen on Green. To the middle. Here's Filipowski. Henderson for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Henderson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Stands on. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. You have the camera on you.
Steven Adams checked in for Washington. Memphis making a switch here. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at Memphis, as the season continues to ramp up, they've secured the 7th spot.
You know, for Memphis, they talked a lot about making a big splash to start the season. Well, it just didn't happen. And now they're in the middle of the pack.
Well, there's plenty of games left. Sometimes it's that progress you make over the course of the season that makes you a factor come April.
Now here's Garland. He's got 12. Softly drops in the floater. Garland's got 14 points.
And what a night for Garland. He does this every once in a while. It just explodes.
Pass to Christie. Williams a screen on Edwards. The 3-ball. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds in the game. Green finds Edwards. Horford outside. Henderson against Garland. Outside Edwards. Looking to get it going. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. Now just a 4-point Memphis lead. 1:24 left to play in the third. From outside the arc. Christie's shot is off.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Green, the pass to Adams. His first shot attempt. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Christie. No points so far. Pass to Henderson. Puts up a 3. And again, it's Memphis missing.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Green. Green rising up.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
Outside Robinson. 35 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Filipowski. Up top, Henderson. Outside Robinson. Let's go with a 3. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. And it's Edwards with the ball for Washington. Here's Garland. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Henderson with it. On the take. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Memphis ahead, up by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Memphis, they've got Duncan Robinson, and it's Achua in at the center position. Here's Shannon. The shot that time not on target. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. Here's Smart to tie it up. Memphis with a rebound. Achua's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Cooper. Banked it in off the glass. Cooper's gotten his first bucket of the night.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Garland. Can't hit from in close. Memphis leading by 4. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Cooper passes to Achua. Here's Shannon. There's the triple. Drills it from deep.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Moody. Back to Smart. Outside Garland. And here's Moody. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Robinson passes to Achua. Achua with the dunk.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Horford, he's checked in for Adams. Robinson, he's checked in for Memphis. Castle comes in for Cooper. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, and coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. B.A.?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Left side, Garland. Screen by O'Neal. Garland, the pass to O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Moody from outside. Washington again can't hit. Memphis leading by 9. Here's Hendricks. Pass to Shannon. The 3. Horford pulls it in. For Washington, they've got nothing to fall in this 4th quarter. 0 of 5. Here's Garland. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
Garland has clearly added some muscle over the years. He's looking more and more comfortable working through contact.
Achua with a screen on Garland. To the inside. Pass to Robinson. Goes back up. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Castle's got 9 points here in the second half.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Garland, the pass to Smart. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Smart is known as a very physical player. You almost think he welcomes getting hit while shooting.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
That free throw, no good.
Well, he's a competitive guard who plays with a real edge. Smart helps set the tone for the attitude of this team.
Anthony Edwards is checked in for Washington. Jalen Green comes in for Darius Garland. And he's good on the second. Here's Castle. Outside, Williams. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Castle. Now Williams. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Henderson. Beyond the arc. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Green, the pass to Edwards. Going inside. Oh!
Wow! Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Can, capturing the moment. Here's Henderson. Pass to Filipowski. Back to Henderson.
2 minutes.
Williams a screen on Smart. Henderson for three. It's rebounded by Washington. A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards on target.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Timeout called. Memphis. And Washington making a change here. Garland's checked in.
Darius Garland.
And so it's Memphis with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Here's Castle. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got his fourth rebound in this one. Outside Edwards. Inside. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Memphis leading by 3. A minute 15 left to play in the fourth. Here's Castle. The putback. Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's Edwards. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk. Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the play.
Here's Castle. Rebounded by Green. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Washington. It's a three-point game. The shot no good. And here's Memphis. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
Horford. And no good. Some solid defense from Williams. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Washington. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Green. And so they foul intentionally.
Anthony Edwards. First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Memphis. Josh Green, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for the away team, Mark Williams, taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. And that one's good. Green. There's 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
At the line for the away team, Scoot Henderson, 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that puts him up 5. Now a timeout called by Washington. They're behind by 5. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Horford for 3. That shot off. So Memphis wins it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure. But they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And now, time for our player of the game, Stephon Castle.